Welcome to Healthy Future Vision. I'm grateful to share this moment with you. Have you ever wondered what would happen if, right inside your familiar kitchen, you were holding a key that could help your body regain the strength you thought you had lost over the years? Something inexpensive, simple, nothing magical or exotic. Just a few humble ingredients, quietly sitting in your cabinet, waiting for you to recognize their true value. I know that feeling well. That moment when you stand in front of the mirror one morning and realize your legs aren't as steady as they used to be. Your hands tremble slightly when lifting something, and the stairs in your home suddenly feel like a small but persistent challenge. Many people say, well, that's old age. Nothing we can do. But after decades of walking alongside thousands of patients in their 50s, 60s, and 70s here in the US, I've learned something important. The human body never truly gives up. It simply needs the right conditions to awaken again. And sometimes, those conditions begin with a morning cup of coffee, a habit so simple, so ordinary, that we often overlook its potential. But you know what? After more than 6 decades of living, learning, and practicing medicine, I've realized something fascinating. The early morning is when the body is most eager to be nourished. When we first rise from sleep, our cells, our muscles, our joints, all of them are quietly waiting for that gentle push to begin a new cycle of strength and recovery. And if we give them exactly what they need, at the moment they need it, then, in just a few weeks, we may feel a mobility and ease we thought were gone forever. In today's video, I want to share with you a small habit, a very small one, that I've seen transform the lives of many older adults. From grandparents who once hesitated to climb stairs, to older folks who felt they no longer had the energy to play with their grandkids. This is not an expensive therapy. It's not a complicated exercise routine. It's simply a renewed way of preparing your morning coffee. A way that can open the door for your body to heal itself through the natural abilities it already has. So I invite you to sit down, take a slow, deep breath, and think about tomorrow morning, the moment you'll hold your first cup of coffee of the day. Because who knows, with just a few thoughtful additions, your cycle of strength may quietly begin again, steady and resilient. And now, let's take this journey together, gently, slowly, but with a heart full of hope. There is one belief that has stayed with me through decades of watching how aging shapes the human body. Getting older is not a decline in strength. It's a reminder that we must treat our bodies with more intention. When we were young, we could skip breakfast, gulp down coffee, or hop up the stairs without thinking twice. But once we pass 50, everything becomes clearer. Our bodies speak to us more openly. And one of the clearest signals is that our muscles no longer listen the way they once did. Many of my patients have asked me, "Doctor, why do I keep getting weaker, even though I try so hard?" I usually smile and say, it's not that your body doesn't want to be strong, it just hasn't been fed at the right time. Most people are surprised by that, but it's true. After a long night of sleep, our body is like a machine that has been switched off for hours. When morning comes, every cell is waiting to be restarted. Yet most people just sip a quick coffee, drink a little water, or worse, skip breakfast entirely. And that's exactly why this muscle-nourishing coffee ritual was born. Point 1. Dark cocoa, the gentle touch that awakens blood flow. Still remember one winter morning in Colorado when a patient of mine, Helen, 67 years old, walked into my office with tired legs and said with a sigh, "Doctor, I feel like my legs don't belong to me anymore when I climb the stairs." I suggested something simple. Try adding a spoonful of unsweetened dark cocoa to your morning coffee. That's all. Dark cocoa isn't just a comforting flavor from childhood. It contains a remarkable compound called epic. It works like a quiet worker, widening the tiny pathways in your circulation, helping blood flow more easily into your muscles, especially the muscles in your legs. And then the magic happened. 3 weeks later, Helen returned, her eyes brighter than before. "Doctor, I climbed the stairs faster, and strangely, I feel happier too." Her story reminded me that sometimes the simplest things can heal us in the most unexpected ways. 2. Collagen peptides, the quiet builder that restores your body's framework. When I teach community health classes, I often explain it this way. If cocoa is the delivery truck, then collagen is the building material. After age 50, the body slowly and quietly produces less collagen. The soft cracking in your joints, the slight trembling in your legs, the stiffness in your knees each morning. All of these are the subtle ways your body whispers, "I'm running low on collagen." And when I tell my patients to add 1 scoop of collagen peptides to their warm morning coffee, most of them are surprised by what happens next. The change isn't loud or dramatic, it's gentle. The kind of change you only notice one day when you rise from your chair and suddenly realize, that was easier than usual. Science explains this clearly. Collagen peptides are proteins already broken down into smaller pieces, making them easier for your body to absorb quickly. They go straight to work, repairing muscle fibers, supporting connective tissues, and strengthening the scaffolding system around your bones and joints. And what I love most is the harmony between collagen and cocoa. It's like two instruments playing the same melody, each enhancing the other, creating a nutritional duet that helps the body heal in the right way, at the right pace. 3 MCT oil, the steady flame that keeps your energy alive. Not long ago, I met a retired gentleman in Florida, Paul. He told me he kept getting sleepy every afternoon, dragging around a feeling of fatigue everywhere he went. He'd tried different vitamins, but nothing gave him stable energy. I suggested a tiny change. Add just half a teaspoon of MCT oil to your morning coffee. MCT oil is a special kind of fat that doesn't take long to digest. It goes straight to the liver and quickly turns into energy. It doesn't create those highs and crashes like sugar, and it doesn't make you feel heavy the way regular fats sometimes do. A week later, Paul called me, his voice full of excitement. "Doctor, I played with my grandson all morning and didn't feel tired at all. I haven't felt like this in years." I smiled quietly. Age is not the real limitation. The limitation lies in how we care for ourselves. For the golden window, when the body opens its doors to nourishment, one of the biggest misconceptions about health is the belief that eating at any time gives the same results. No, it's not the same. The body runs on rhythms. Right after you wake up, your insulin sensitivity, growth hormones, and nutrient receptors are all at their peak, ready to rebuild and renew. If you nourish your body with this muscle-supporting coffee ritual within the first 30 minutes of waking, you're offering your system a precious gift. It's like planting seeds in the right season. They grow faster, stronger, and more resilient. There's something I often say to my friends, who are the same age as me. The human body doesn't grow old with the years. It simply changes the way it asks for attention. And when we truly listen to the slow fatigue, the soft breath, the quiet complaint from our knees, when we first step out of bed, we begin to notice that the body has never abandoned us. It's simply waiting for us to treat it with more understanding, more gentleness. Adding cocoa, collagen, and MCT oil to your morning coffee is not a hack, not a miracle trick. It's a way of telling your body, I'm paying attention, I'm here with you, and I'm ready to take better care of you. When energy returns, life changes. Color. I've seen so many people, from former truck drivers to retired teachers, regain a sense of vitality they thought had faded away. What's beautiful is that the change is never dramatic. It doesn't arrive with fireworks or applause. It arrives quietly, in small, tender moments. One morning, you rise from a chair with a single, smooth motion. One afternoon, you realize you don't need to lie down to rest. One evening, you still have enough energy to walk an extra block with your grandchild. All these gentle changes add up. And one day you suddenly understand. Strength didn't disappear. It was waiting for me to call it back. Cocoa sends more blood and oxygen to the areas that need healing. Collagen patches up the weaknesses in your tendons, ligaments, and cartilage. MCT oil gives you a smooth, steady stream of energy, not rushed, not overwhelming. When all three work together, your body becomes like a garden, tended with the right sunlight, the right water, and the right soil. But the most important thing lies in one seemingly small choice change. Doesn't begin with buying a certain brand of collagen or finding the most expensive cocoa on the shelf. Change begins the moment you step into your kitchen in the morning and decide, today, I'm going to be kind to myself. That decision is easier than most people think. One spoonful of cocoa, one scoop of collagen, a bit of MCT oil. Stir slowly, and take a few seconds to look at your cup of coffee, as if it were a gentle reminder from life itself. Many people ask me, why drink it right after waking up? Why not wait until mid-morning or lunch? I always answer from the heart, because the morning is when your body listens the most. It's like freshly tilled soil, rich, open, and ready. If you plant the seed at that moment, the tree will grow stronger than you expected. That isn't just medical advice. It's the reflection of someone who has lived long enough to understand that small beginnings often carry great power. 3. Morning protein. The thing many older adults unintentionally forget their S. Another change that many of my patients made, a simple one that brought noticeable improvement. They began eating enough protein in the morning. It doesn't need to be fancy. An egg, a serving of Greek yogurt, a handful of beans, or a small piece of fish. When your morning coffee is already enriched with the right nutrients, and you follow it with a protein-rich breakfast, your body receives everything it needs to repair and rebuild. It's like delivering materials to a construction site and making sure the workers have the tools and time to finish the job. And here's the beautiful part. When you nourish your muscles, you nourish your mood as well. A healthy body softens the weight on your heart. Steady legs make your mind feel lighter. A morning full of energy opens up the rest of your day in the most wonderful way. Point 4. Gentle consistency, the quiet medicine of aging. The most important thing I want you to take away from this small habit isn't the promise of feeling younger next week, or some claim that you'll reverse your age. No, what I hope you feel is companionship, the sense that every morning you choose to care for yourself just a little, the quiet belief that your body still knows how to recover, the soft patience that aging teaches us, no hurry, no pressure. The human body, even at 60 or 70, is far more remarkable than we realize. It only asks to be treated like an old friend, with kindness, understanding, and respect. As I look back on all my years in this profession, I've come to understand something simple, yet profoundly true. Health is not a race. It's a journey back to ourselves, back to listening to our bodies, caring for them, and valuing them as one of the greatest gifts we've ever received. And interestingly, that journey back often begins with a single cup of morning coffee. Not dramatic, not flashy, not promising miracles, just 3 humble ingredients: dark cocoa, collagen peptides, and MCT oil blending together and sinking gently into your body like a soft whisper. Let's live just a little better than yesterday. I've seen so many people transform through this simple consistency, not into athletes, not into teenagers again, but into stronger, steadier versions of themselves. People who stand up from a chair with more confidence, who lift their grandchildren without fatigue, who rediscover control over their own lives. And I believe you deserve that feeling too. Age may take away speed, but it cannot take away your ability to recover. It cannot take away your hope. When you nourish your body the right way, from the ingredients you choose, to the timing of your morning ritual, from your enriched coffee, to your protein-filled breakfast, you give your body a chance to write a new chapter. A chapter with a softer rhythm, less fatigued, more joy. And if tomorrow morning, you stand in your kitchen with a warm cup in your hands, and you decide to add a spoonful of cocoa, a scoop of collagen, and a bit of MCT oil, remember, you're not just adding ingredients, you're making a promise to yourself. A gentle promise. I will take care of myself fully and correctly, and your body will thank you in its own quiet ways, with steadier steps, fuller energy, and mornings that feel more alive than before. Stay consistent, and in just a few weeks, you'll realize something beautiful. Your strength never left you. It was simply waiting for you to return.